Obviously have a very multi-talented Lau family. Thank you very much, Laos, all of you. Wonderful presentations. What's going to happen now is Dr. Lau is going to begin the next portion of the seminar, and we would like to invite all children that are 6 and under to participate downstairs. It is available for you and for the parents. Just make arrangements in the back of the sanctuary for the children 6 and under for childcare downstairs. And otherwise, Dr. Lau, take it away.
I appreciate the special music brought to us by Kira, Christopher, and grandmother. He touches me. God indeed has touched every one of us, whether we know it or not. Today, God is going to touch us again to make us whole. I want to thank the organizers and the volunteers of Rolling Hill Church for making this health seminar possible. And we do need to improve our health. At least I feel I myself need to improve the health. Sometimes I'm too lazy to do the things that will be beneficial for my health. But this is an occasion that will give me an incentive, not just to help you, but also to help myself. The title of today's message is None of These Diseases. None of these diseases. Today I would like to share with you 3 Bible texts. These 3 Bible texts are God's emails to us. The letter E in the word emails stand for endearing. So these are God's endearing mails to us to help us to stay healthy. The first text is found in Exodus chapter 15, verse 26. Exodus 15, verse 26. He said, if you listen carefully to the voice of the Lord your God and do what is right in his eyes, if you pay attention to his commands and keep all his decrees, I will put none of these diseases on you, which I have brought on the Egyptians. For I am the Lord who heals you. Now in this verse, he said, who is he? Who said? Of course, the he in this verse is the same as the I, and the I is none other than the Lord our God. So actually God's saying, if you pay attention to my commands and keep all my decrees, I will not put the Egyptian disease on you. I want to ask a question. What were the Egyptian diseases? In February 2009, just last year, 2009 February, a team of medical scientists led out by Dr. Gregory Thomas at the University of California, Irvine, and Dr. Michael Miyamoto of the University of California at San Diego. The team went to Cairo to study the mummies of the Egyptian dignitaries who died 3,500 years ago. They used a computerized tomography or CT scans to examine the mummies. They found 80% of the mummies they examined had calcification of the coronary artery, or the artery leading to the heart. In other words, these Egyptian men and women of high social status had heart disease. They also found cancers, diabetes, and obesity. Checking the record, we found that these Egyptian dignitaries lived on a very rich diet with all kinds of meats, delicacies, and a lot of fat. Some of them actually died quite young, in their 40s or 50s. And because of the kind of lifestyle they had. Now, heart disease, cancer, diabetes are considered as the modern diseases. But these Egyptian dignitaries died more than 3,000 years ago. So we really can't say these diseases are modern diseases. But we certainly can say they are lifestyle-related diseases. Lifestyle-related diseases. Now, God told these Israelites that they need to pay attention to his commands and keep his decrees. Let's look at one of these commands. This is recorded in Leviticus 3rd chapter, verse 17. Leviticus 3 and verse 17. It says, "This is a lasting ordinance for the generations to come, wherever you live. You must not eat fat, any fat, or any blood." What kind of food have fat and blood? Obviously, we know it's animal food. So God told the Israelites, don't eat fat and blood, and for their good. And if they do so, then they will not get the so-called Egyptian diseases. Now, when the Israelites were wandering in the wilderness, they crave for meat. After much complaint, God finally allowed them quails. God sent quails to them to eat. As a result, many of them died. God wanted them to be healthy, but they chose to live otherwise. Now, if God did not want them to eat animal food, what did God want them to eat then? Genesis 1:29 we read, then God said, I give you every seed-bearing plant and on the face of the earth, with every tree with the fruits, with the seeds on it. They will be yours for food. So the kind of diet we sometimes refer to as the original diet God gave our first parents, Adam and Eve, are seed-bearing type of plants, seed-bearing type of fruits. So consisting of grains and fruits and nuts. Adam and Eve, our first parents, to Noah, 10 generations of human race live on this kind of diet. And they lived to 900 years or longer. After the flood, God allowed people to eat meat. And as a result, the